We'll get back to our weather coverage in just a moment, but first to the other breaking news. A police officer shot while responding to a call in South Raleigh. The suspect is dead, shot by police.
At this point, police are not saying what they were initially called for before the suspect started shooting at officers. We are working to find that out. WRL's Heidi Kirk joins us now live at WakeMed Hospital, where the injured officer is being treated right now, and Chief Patterson is by that officer's side. Heidi.
And Ashley, this is the quietest we've seen WakeMed all night. In fact, within the last 5 minutes, the last police officers pulled out from here. In fact, take a look back this way. You're going to see how quiet it is. It's quite the scene after seeing dozens of police officers here all night long. And as you mentioned, we're still waiting for an update on that injured officer. At a press conference this evening around 8 o'clock, Raleigh Deputy Chief Rico Boyce asked for prayers for that officer and said his injury is serious. We spoke with one man who saw the officer arrive here at WakeMed, and we asked if he'd ever seen a police presence like this one.
I haven't seen this many police cars assembled together at one time ever for one event. So it's wild.
And you know, something that really sticks with me from that conversation is that man actually has a procedure here at WakeMed tomorrow morning. He said that really puts his small procedure into perspective. And of course, a lot of questions still hanging out there. We're going to get the answers to you as soon as we can. Heidi Kirk, WRL News, live in Raleigh.
All right, Heidi. WRL's Sean Gallagher had just arrived on the scene when more shots rang out.
Sean, police told you and your photojournalist to take cover. Talk about a tense moment.
Yeah, that's for sure, guys. Something I've never really experienced in this job, but it really pales in comparison to the people that live in this neighborhood, what they dealt with, knowing this happened in their own backyard. Because really, this is as peaceful a neighborhood that you could ask for, especially with the snow falling right now. Really picturesque, but it's in stark contrast to what you see here behind me. Police vehicles that are still investigating this incident from earlier this evening. They have kind of taken some of the police tape down, but they are still going to be here for hours investigating this gunfight, with one dead and an officer seriously wounded.
Probably all South units.
Typically, police radio traffic is as close as we can get to understanding the danger officers are under. But tonight, we experienced it firsthand.
In this neighborhood now, I just want... Okay, we're hearing live gunshots right now. An officer is telling us that we have to move because of that. But there are
straight stuff.
Around 6:30, an hour after police arrived here, gunshots erupted in this otherwise quiet neighborhood. The scene quickly changing.
But you knew something happened when they started scrambling to their cars to clear the roads.
Larry and Kat Adcock live just a couple blocks away. It's a scene like they'd never expect outside of their home.
And I have never seen so many police officers come in. I mean, there had to be right here on this block 50 police cars.
It sounded like fireworks were going off, but it was just, you could tell the difference. It was just really loud and like more of a boom than...
The suspect dead, and we know that officer was seriously wounded.
Prayers for the cop.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't probably get up every day thinking that's what's going to happen today.
And those prayers by that neighbor I spoke to are echoed by people all across the triangle tonight. Exactly what Deputy Chief Rico Boyce had requested that people do while one of their own is in the hospital. In Raleigh, Sean Gallagher, WRAL News.
WRL's Julian Grace was also one of the first reporters at the scene.
Julian, you spoke with a number of people who were there when police cruisers flooded the area on this bitter cold winter night.
Ashley, we did. We talked to a number of people, but we do want to bring you some new information. We are here at Central Command, where at 11:30, RPD is expected to give another news briefing and give additional details on what happened tonight. That said, we do want to let you know we will carry that news conference live at 11:30 on WRAL. Let's talk more about Saunders Street. That's where we were located. Officers had that entire area blocked off moments after shots rang out. They would not let anyone come in that vicinity unless you were an investigator or it was clear that you were an officer. Ambulances were even stationed nearby, waiting to carry possibly more victims away, but that did not happen. We're so thankful for that. We do want to mention there were residents, though, who had a lot of questions about what was going on and what was happening. Take a listen to this one resident who said he was totally terrified when he heard the shots.
I was scared. I didn't know like what was happening. Like I didn't know if it was going to be like a real shootout or something like that, or I just didn't know.
We do know a little bit more. A suspect is dead and an officer is currently battling serious injuries. And then at 11:30, we will go inside Central Command here to get additional information on exactly what happened. Once again, we will carry that news conference live at 11:30 right here on WRAL. For now, reporting live in Raleigh, Julian Grace, WRAL News.
Of course, the big question tonight is what was the call that led police to that house that then resulted in the exchange of gunfire? We will continue to provide you with developments on this shooting throughout the newscast and online, bring you the very latest.